Welcome to Sports Vibe TV. I'm delighted to say we're here with Tim Henman. Tim, welcome to Sports Vibe.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So tell us a little bit about what we're doing here today in the Royal Albert Hall.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I've been patron of the Give It Your Max charity, and for the last 10 years, they've been raising money to, try and make the game of tennis more and more accessible, giving young kids the chance to play the game that wouldn't have had that chance in the past. So, yeah, it's amazing to see how that charity has expanded and grown, and hopefully we can continue to do that.
And are you getting involved in some coaching as well with these young players?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, this is, Statoil has been, a great supporter of the Give It Your Max charity, and they're a great supporter of the Statoil Masters here at the Albert Hall. So we've got 8 of the kids that have come through the Merton programme here today, and we're going to get on court and put them through their paces.
How much are you enjoying coaching young players, seeing them knowing they've got their whole careers ahead of them?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it is. It's great to see them, out on the court, and as I can relate with my kids, it's so important that they have fun. If they have fun when they're on the court, there's a good chance they're going to want to come back and not only have another go, but pursue it in the longer term. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun.
Well, another thing you've been up to since your playing days is a TV role with the BBC. How much have you enjoyed that, and did you take to it straight away or find it difficult at first?
Yeah, that's right. I do 2 weeks, for the BBC at Wimbledon. I also do the World Tour Finals at the O2, which has been fantastic, and I've really enjoyed that transition. I wouldn't necessarily say I found it particularly easy to begin with, but no, after 5 or 6 years, I feel very comfortable. Obviously, talking about a game that I'm passionate about. So hopefully I can carry on doing that for a few more years.
And moving on to this year's tennis, and in particular Andy Murray, what have you made of his 2014?
Yeah, that's right. I think it was a difficult year, 2014, for Andy Murray. I think he did very well coming back from the back surgery. I think anytime you're having an injury in sport, it's difficult to regain that momentum and the consistency. But certainly the latter part of the year, I thought he played much better. I think anytime you qualify for the World Tour Finals, you're one of the top 8 players of the year. It's a great achievement. He perhaps didn't play quite as well at that event as he would have liked, but I think with a really good off-season now, he can hit the ground running in 2015 and have some even bigger and better results.
You touched on 2015 ahead of us. What piece of advice would you give to Andy if you had to ahead of this year?
I'm not sure he needs too much advice, but I think the one area that I would encourage would be for him to be a little bit more aggressive. He was sort of a little bit more reactive rather than being proactive at the end of this year. But when he's played his best tennis, that's when he's most aggressive, looking to sort of dominate and dictate from the back of the court.
Okay, and one thing I did want to touch on was this new format they've devised in Australia. I know Federer and Hewitt are behind it. It's been dubbed the T20 cricket of tennis. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's exciting. I don't know a massive amount about it, but it's going to be very interesting to see how that unfolds. And anytime there's going to be new investment in tennis, then I think it's a good thing.
And just finally, no problem at all. Just finally, 2 players this year, if you had to say, are going to have a big year. One in the men's game, one in the women's game. Who to look out for in 2015?
I'd like to see Dimitrov really sort of break through. I think he had a good year in 2014. In the women's, I think Bouchard. She was exciting at Wimbledon. It'd be great to see if she could win a Grand Slam.